Hey y'all, welcome to the Sweet Chariot Travel Channel. My name is Chinita and I'm going to take you along with me on my first day of exploring Cusco, Peru. I had the pleasure of meeting up with a local that I previously met on my flight to Lima. Her name is Marielle, and for the first part of the day we strolled through the markets and the historic streets of Cusco. After she left, I went to the Qorikancha Museum, and then I capped the night off with this delicious meal at the Green Point restaurant. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, make sure you like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. This man was getting it. I love it. Let's get into this video. It still has his teeth and everything. That is wild. Yeah, I definitely want that.
¿Cuánto está haciendo, amiga? 15 sales caseras.
Fermented quinoa?
Fermented corn.
Fermented corn.
Mal. ¿Sí o no? It's similar, but it
says do not take pictures, or it says do not record, but everybody has their phones out, so I'm like, if everybody else is doing it, I'm gonna do it too, right? It says don't touch some of the stuff, like don't touch the stones and the paintings and the vases and stuff, and people have such a disregard for that. So yeah, yo, look at that. I ended up buying a ticket to different attractions here in Cusco, and it was 130 soles. Some of the attractions are like 40 soles, so it's better if you just pay for all the attractions rather than just paying for each place that you go to. And it's good for a week, so yeah, I'm finna tour this place. Very beautiful. Alright, so I'm here at Qorikancha. All I know is that it's a religious temple area for the Incas. In Quito, the Incas were also in that area, but then I found out that the Incas were also like in the north part of Chile, and then also another part of Argentina as well. So this was like a Qorikancha is like a big historical religious temple, and there's a lot of Catholicism here at this temple. I wish there was more dedicated to the religious practices before of the Incas, before the Spaniards came. It's very beautiful. I had no plans to come here, but then Marielle was telling me that this is a very popular site to come to. And I'm so grateful for her. Like, I am so grateful that I met her. So yeah, I met her when I was on my flight headed to Lima. She was also going to Lima from Uruguay. From Uruguay to Lima. And that's how we met. And she has been very helpful. She ended up recommended Peru Hop to me. And that was a good deal, because that way I can see more of Peru besides just Lima. Like, my original plans were to just stay in Lima. Like, that is just gorgeous. And there's a whole bunch of different plants out here. But yeah, I was just planning on staying in Lima, but then also coming here to Cusco for like 5 days. I'm not going to Machu Picchu while I'm here. I decided that I was going to extend my time here in Lima, so I'll be here for about 2 months instead of 1 month. Originally, I was just going to be here for 1 month, but it's so much to do here in Peru, and it's such a rich and like diverse country that a month is not good enough for me. You know, maybe if I was on a strict schedule, then yeah, a month, but I have nothing but time. I'm not on a strict schedule, so it's a part of the museum. Yeah, you can't go up the steps. I was down bad, okay? I woke up and I was gonna record myself, but I was like, nah, that's too much. Like, that's too, my face was so puffy and my eyes were like swollen. My lips were purple. They're not like, my lips aren't purple now, but this morning my lips were like purple and just dry. And I had been drinking water, but the altitude is something else. And I really thought like, oh, like I've been in Quito, I've been in Lima, like the altitude is not that bad. But oh my gosh, like, and then like I just got really congested. I got really congested. I had a runny nose, and so I woke up around 3 o'clock this morning, and I had to go to the bathroom and stuff, and I saw my face and I was like, oh my god, I gotta do something. And I'm happy I did not book a tour for today, because I would have been miserable. A lot of people been telling me to drink coca tea, so Marielle, my angel, recommended this as well. Munya. That, along with, I bought some like fresh coca leaves. I feel so much better. And I got some altitude sickness pills that has caffeine in it. I'm gonna just show you what it looks like, and then I'll put the name in the video. It's gonna be backwards. Yeah, I'm gonna just put the name. I paid 20 soles for 10 pills. When I was near the main square, I paid 3 soles for 1 pill. No, 3 soles for 1 pill. 3 times 10, that's 30. So yeah, it's better off if you just go like outside the square and go to a pharmacy outside the square, or before you even get here to Cusco, try to buy those pills, because they may be cheaper outside. Like in Lima, they might be cheaper depending on what area you go to. But yeah, I'm down here talking to myself. It feels so weird like talking to the camera. I'm getting used to it. I am getting used to it, but it still feels weird. Yeah, there's nothing down here. So earlier, the weather was like dry and hot, right? Like the sun was like beaming on me. It was dry and it was hot. And then it started raining a little bit. It started sprinkling a little bit while it was hot and the sun was beaming on us. And then after it rains a little bit, like a sprinkle, it got cold. And so right now, it's cold. So once I leave here, I'm gonna go to this vegan restaurant. I'm not a vegan, but right now I need some vegetables. After that, I'm gonna go to the market, and so I'm gonna go to the market and then I'm gonna get an Uber, because so yesterday I went to the mini mart after I had dinner at that restaurant, and it was okay. I wouldn't recommend, it was just some food to eat, but I would not recommend that restaurant. So I went to this mini mart that was right by the restaurant, and the guy at the mini mart, his name was Jules, right? Me and him, we was talking, nice conversation. He was telling me that he used to be a tour guide for Machu Picchu, and he seemed like a really kind man. So then he gives me a hug. He gave me like these 2 crystals. One was hematite, and then the other one was tiger's eye. He gave me those 2 crystals. He was like, seem like you have like really good energy, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, thank you. So he gives me a hug. I give him a hug, and then he kisses me on the cheek, like a full-on kiss on the cheek. And I'm like, whoa, because like I'm from Alabama, we don't do that. Like in the States, we really don't do that, where we kiss each other on the cheek. In Hispanic cultures, in Latin America, like in Latin cultures, I know that they do that. No, that's a no for me. And sometimes I've had people who've done that to me, but normally they'll just put their cheek against my cheek and they'll make the kissing sound. Or like they may give me a peck, but he gave me a full-on kiss on the cheek. I said, no, I gotta go. And so I like quickly like picked up all the stuff that I needed to get. And yeah, I quickly like got all the stuff I need to get. And then he started telling me like how he plays the drums and like how he loves salsa music. He was like, do you know how to salsa? I was like, no. He was like, you can come back to my shop around 2 a.m. and I can teach you how to salsa. Because he was telling me he closes at 2 a.m. He's like, yeah, come back at 2 a.m. I can teach you how to salsa. We can talk some more. I was like, no, I am tired. I'm dehydrated. And I was so dehydrated. Like my lips was brown, right? Like my lips was brown. That's how dehydrated I was. He's like, I could teach you how to. I was like, no, I am tired. I need to go get some rest. And then I was like, well, I'll see you later on. Like, I'll see you sometime this week. I'm not going back to that shop. I'm not walking down that street. I don't want to see him because he was just mad weird. And then after I paid for my stuff, he was like, well, I hope I see you again, blah, blah, blah. And then he gives me another kiss on the cheek and then whispers in my ear and starts telling me I'm beautiful. I pushed him off of me and I was just like, okay, gotta go. Bye. And then thankfully somebody else was coming into the market at that time. Yeah, no. That's the first time that that's happened since I've traveled. Most of the men, like, you know, they'll smile, they'll tell me that they like my hair, you know, compliments like that, but he was just like, whoa. So it's not to say, okay, men in Lima are this way, no. He was just a random man that was being creepy. Most of the men that I've interacted with here in Lima have been very respectful, very kind. Yeah, he was just a creepy old man. I'm at the bell tower, and yeah, it's very, very windy. And I want to stay up here because I done paid my 5 soles to come up here. So they should serve like hot chocolate up here. But people wouldn't leave if that was the case. If they had hot chocolate plus this view, people would not leave. Oh, gracias. Girl, this place is down an alley. So we got a little bit of hummus to try. Ginger, lime, kombucha. Gracias. After I left the restaurant, I could have walked back to my hostel, but like I said before, I was not walking by that man's shop again. I didn't want to see him again, so I ordered an Uber to take me back to my hostel. Later on, I did end up finding a back street to walk down, but even then, I still didn't like walking around Cusco at night. The alleys that you have to walk down, some of them are well lit and then others are not. Another thing is I had to walk uphill to get to my hostel. During the day, that's fine, but at night, I was not comfortable with that, especially since I am a solo traveler, so Uber it is. So that is the end of this video. I hope this video helps other travelers visiting Cusco. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.